I'm going to be talking about two ways that support the claim that the 1950s film marked a transition from classical cinema to new cinema by challenging standard filmmaking techniques and social assumptions built after the revolution. So, the film, it supports the idea that there is a shift from classical Mexican cinema to new cinema by displaying a much harsher and realistic side of what a Mexican lifestyle should look like. And earlier dated films portray Mexico as this beautiful landmark, and Buñuel's sets his story in the poor neighborhoods of Mexico City, and he also does show how Pedro and others deal with crime, hunger, and getting separated from your family. And in some Mexican movies, or yeah, it shows the good side, obviously, because you don't necessarily want people to see the negative side of things. Um, and for example, Pedro's mother, she tells him that she never really loved him, which realistically, you don't want your mother to tell you that. And it's basically showing the opposite of what the ideal selfless mother would be, or what should look like, in the eyes of their own child. And I think this leads to the audience to think more about realistic problems rather than the myths of Mexican lifestyle, I guess you can call it, and how specific roles should be shown in a household. The film also shows other techniques which differ from other earlier movies. One scene shows Pedro dreaming, and as he's dreaming, he dreams of food, his mom, and he also dreams of somebody attacking him. And when he's dreaming of it, the scene kind of mixes reality with imagination, and it displays his feelings and fears in a surreal way. When you combine both scenes of realistic society and dream sequences, you question societal and traditional storytelling, which was showcased efficiently, and it shows that Mexican cinema was in a critical and new era, and um, as time goes on, traditions change, um, cultures change, and I feel like you're obviously gonna get a different perspective on a certain society or culture, and I feel like, well, yeah, it's obviously gonna change over time, so that needs to be taken into account.